We're live. Yes, we know you can hear us. Let's establish that right off the bat.
But you can't see us yet.
Oh, man. This is going to be a great grand reveal for Thursday's show when we're in Halloween costumes.
Right, Halloween. So if you're in the show right now, put in the comments, what do you think Kyle Krabs are wearing right now?
Whoa.
What is your prediction?
It's got a little schwanky here, didn't it?
Is that, I don't know what schwanky means, but.
Clay's real excited, man. Clay is ready to go in the YouTube comments.
Don. Okay, so what do you think he's trying to say there? Don.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, Monday Night Football pregame. What's up, Zach? What's up, Nick?
Hello, everyone.
Still trying to figure out what Nick's favorite team is. I think it's Seattle.
Nick said, I changed my picture. He was the one with the dog. We were like, that's a stock photo, right?
Right. Rahul joining us from across the pond.
Hello.
The sports nut is CFA. We've learned that. Sam, what's up? Bear down. Big one tonight.
Do you recognize Indie Kid? I don't recognize Indie Kid in the comments.
What's up, Indie Kid? What is this? What is it? A pint? What has he got there?
Oh, I can't tell.
Oh, it's a Colts logo with Notre Dame. This is a man from Indiana.
He is a legitimate Indie Kid.
He loves it. You got the worst potholes I've ever seen. Indianapolis, Indiana.
Correct.
No question.
No question. Jared, Braden, Charlie.
Kyle, a tradition like no other is me in the front seat of an Uber at the combine in Indianapolis bitching about potholes, right?
Or you in the back seat of an Uber in Mobile, Alabama, doing your John Gruden.
Very different dynamics. A little more free time in Alabama.
Sue Ann, we would love to see your doggo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we are. This is a dog-friendly podcast. So,
are we ready? Should we do the grand reveal? This will be a grand reveal for Halloween costumes.
Yeah, so Thursday you'll see us in Halloween costumes.
Yeah, can't wait.
As scary as we may look, these are not our Halloween costumes.
Clay said, I want Kyle dressed as a dolphin and Joe dressed as a buffalo.
My Halloween costume is somewhat close to that.
Mine's not dissimilar from that. Hey, everybody.
Right. What's up? Wow. Joe in a Draft Network t-shirt and Kyle in a Dolphins hoodie. How disappointing is that?
Listen. You know what's not disappointing? Mighty Swell.
Never.
Our friends over at Mighty Swell. All of the Draft Network live shows and streams are brought to you by our friends at Mighty Swell, and we are thankful to partner with such a great adult beverage. So if you're of age, try it out. Highly recommend it.
All right, it's takes on takes. Get the takes going in the comments. Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes here on the Draft Dudes podcast, presented by Locked On. It's Joe Marino and Kyle Krabs from the Draft Network, and we are your hosts here on this live Takes on Takes episode of the show. We're live on a Monday night. We're in your podcast feeds on a Tuesday. This episode is brought to you by Pepsi. This football season will be different, and Pepsi is here to get you ready for game day, no matter how you watch this season. Pepsi is the refreshment you need to power through any game day and become a member of the League of Football Watchers. These passionate fans are the real generational talent that Pepsi fuels, because Pepsi isn't made for those who play the game. It's made for those who watch it. Pepsi, made for watching football. Kyle, good evening.
Confirmed Pepsi is made for those who watch football, because I enjoy good Pepsi.
No doubt. What are you drinking there? That's not Pepsi.
It's not.
Apple juice?
Yeah, it's apple juice. Watch how fast it disappears on tonight's show.
Kyle is literally clocked in, drinking on the job. We have evidence.
I'm pre-gaming the show. I'm pre-gaming Monday Night Football. Which, like I said on Monday, show of Draft Dudes, I'm going to need to drink to get through this Monday Night Football game.
Listen, you're sitting here watching. Miami Dolphins have been snoozing all weekend, lounging in South Florida, getting ready, and now you get to watch your opponent.
It's advanced scouting. It's true.
Look, it's a good day to be a Dolphin.
We have some legit takes already.
All right, send them.
Okay. We had one early. Where was it? It's from the Sports Nut. Javonte Williams is the second best running back in college football and will go in the first 3 rounds.
Spicy. Javonte Williams, 5'10", 220. He forced 17 missed tackles
17
on Saturday against
in one game.
NC State, a rival game.
One game. 17.
That's a good duo they got there. Him and Michael Carter. Second best.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you help me out? Which one was the one that I always texted you about? It was either Carter or Williams.
I'm not giving you this.
Oh, okay.
It's Williams. It was Williams.
Okay. And I said, why are they giving it to Carter? Give it to this Williams kid.
I know. You liked Williams going into the year.
So I'm not ready to get on board with second best, though, because I'd still rather have Travis Etienne and I'd still rather have Najee Harris. But I think after that, it's fairly wide open.
Super wide open, unless you love Chuba Hubbard.
You can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking third round, yeah, I can get excited about Chuba. But like you're kind of in that late 2 dead range. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird spot. You see any of these that you like?
You know me. I'm never reading them.
Oh, sick. Terrific.
I just want to be spoon-fed the takes. Let's see here.
We have a bunch of Cowboys, and I want to get to this.
All right.
Take from DL. Cowboys, if they finish with a top 2 pick, should take Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields and tag and trade Dak to try and rebuild the defense with extra picks.
Sure. Yeah, you're going to get a ton from Dak.
You're on board now.
You give me the whole thing. I'm getting Lawrence or Fields, who I think are elite quarterback prospects, I'm going to get cheap. Yep, very good. And what are you getting for Dak? You're getting like 3 1s.
I think you'd probably get 3 1s for either one of those 2 guys, right? Like either Dak or Justin Fields. You might get 3 1s.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
I mean, Fields, you probably get a 1 next year, and a bunch of extra that adds up to the value of a 1.
So play the economics.
Right. Correct. Because this defense needs a lot of help. A lot of help.
And I think it would be good for expectations. You know what I mean? Like, reset the deck here. You bring in a rookie quarterback. All of a sudden, you go from, we brought in Mike McCarthy to put this team over the edge and make the playoffs and go on a deep run, to, yep, we got a rookie quarterback, and y'all can chill for a minute. Gives you a chance to really rebuild.
I got a Cowboys take.
Okay.
Mike McCarthy will be one and done with the Dallas Cowboys. Go ahead and disagree with me. Go ahead.
You're all smiley about this and everything.
I think it's a lock at this point.
A lock.
Unless Dallas ends up pulling a rabbit out of their rear end. But the team's dead. You saw the team's reaction to Andy Dalton getting cheap shot on Sunday. Yeah. They didn't give 2 farts. The team is dead as far as energy level.
I just feel like it's more likely that coaches aren't one and done. And so I'm kind of clinging to that. But I see the circumstances here would present a strong case. And I mean, Jerry Jones is old. You know what I mean? Like, how long is he going to?
He wants to get this ship turned around, man.
Right. I would say that it's somewhat probable. Ooh. Jared Feinberg, J-Rod Draft Scout, says Brian Burns is a top 10 to 15 edge rusher in the NFL.
This is a cheap comment that I'm going to make, and I'm going to openly acknowledge that it's a cheap comment that I'm going to make. Because Nick Bosa has been hurt all year. But Brian Burns has more career at sacks in the NFL than Nick Bosa does.
You're the one that had Brian Burns edge 1, right?
Yeah, psychopath. I love this tape, man. So to see him kind of flip the switch a little bit, 7.5 sacks in rotational time for much of his rookie year.
With a wrist injury.
And he is alive as a pass rusher this year. He's hard to miss. I think if he finishes the year strong, this is a perfectly reasonable take.
Definitely trending there. How about this one from Zach Dietz about Zach Wilson? Take from Zach is Zach Wilson would be a great fit in Atlanta if they fall outside the top 10, learn behind Ryan for a year. I guess my question is, who's the offensive coordinator? It's not Dirk Cutter. I mean, this thing's going to be completely blown up.
Yeah,
right?
They'll blow this up. Yeah, I think so too.
So Zach Wilson with a quarterback with a coach that I believe in, sure. But I mean, are you in on Zach Wilson as being like a top 20, top 25 pick yet? I don't know if I'm there.
No, just because he has a bigger body of work than some of the guys that we've seen go that high. But this is such a small sample size of elite play from him.
Mhm.
So I think he's one of these guys that is probably going to have to do really well with the entire process to lock himself in there. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he becomes a top 20 pick based on position of need if you get a bunch of quarterback hungry teams. But Joe, I think one thing that is interesting is you could really see some shuffling of the deck of experienced quarterbacks in the NFL. You know, what happens if the Raiders decide they want to move on from Derek Carr? You know, if Derek Carr doesn't play defense, I don't think he's their biggest problem by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, if John Gruden says, hey, I'm going into what, year 4?
Mm-hmm.
I want to get my guy in here. You know, I think players like that can really kind of throw a wrench into our plan of, hey, I think Trevor had 6 QBs going in round 1 on his mock today.
He went a little crazy with that, didn't he?
He did. But, like, there's also that number of teams that you look at it and you could say, yeah, I could see them going with a quarterback. New Orleans, you know, you start.
But I mean, we're talking like Mac Jones and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, I'm not ready to go there with Mac.
Indy Kid 3 put his take is that Mac Jones is a top 20 pick.
I'm all the way out. To bring the catchphrase back, I'm all the way out.
Does this come back to, like, we know what's working at quarterback in the NFL right now. We're seeing these offenses, how it, like, you just don't, when I watch Mac Jones, I think he can be a serviceable player in the NFL, but, like, is he going to elevate a team? Is he going to be, to steal a phrase that Lance Zierlein and Dane Brugler talked about on their podcast, you have game breakers and you have snap takers. Snap takers, if everything's right around them, you can have production. You can have Kirk Cousins. You can have good years. You can go to the playoffs. Game changers are the ones that you have that guy, and because of that, you're going to be hell to deal with, and they can break the game open at any point. Do you think Mac Jones is never going to be that?
Right. Look at what Kyler did to the Seahawks on Sunday night.
And Murray's had some bad games this year.
Yeah, but
that dude,
the game breaker
up,
component, yeah. So here's the name that I kind of get stuck on with Mac. You can let me know what you think here. Mason Rudolph.
Oh, that's great. That's
right?
Great. Yeah,
as far as
first time
I've never said that. There it is.
We talked about this in the pre-show that the Morocco was going to make an appearance today. And damn it, there it is. Whenever I like something,
a little round of applause there. Yeah, I've never said that to you before, but that's kind of where I'm at with Mac Jones as far as, like, he's really proficient throwing the deep ball. He's operating this offense at an extremely high level, and they are wide open with Mechie and Waddle before he got hurt, and Devonta Smith. They're pushing the ball at an extreme pace, and he's having so much success working down the field. But you look at his physical tools, you look at his mobility, you kind of look at his athleticism within the pocket, you look at his arm when he's forced to get off his platform, and it's just kind of like, but when he's a snap taker where if everything's good around you, he's going to destroy you. And that's what you're seeing so much from Mac Jones through the first month and a half of the season.
So first round quarterback.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not there either. There's some good NFC North things here. I saw one that said that the Bears would win the division. I saw one that said the Lions. We got all kinds of stuff going here, NFC North.
Yeah, no, we got to keep up with the comments. They're flying hard and
love it
fast. So
absolutely love it.
Chicago Bears will win the NFC North and not the Green Bay Packers.
I think the Packers are the best team in the NFC North, so I'm not in on this at all.
I mean, we both thought that before the season started, too.
Right, and so I've not seen anything that moves me off of that.
How worried are you about the Packers' Achilles heel?
Run defense?
Yes.
I'm worried about it in the playoffs, not winning the division.
Okay, that's fair. Who do you think wins tonight, by the way?
Rams and Bears. Rams. Yeah, Rams.
It's just like Rams-Bears has been like weirdly low scoring the last 3 times they've played. I think there's been 2 touchdown passes, and they were both thrown by Trubisky in the last 3 games or something like that between these 2 teams.
I don't like I wouldn't bet on this game. I think the spread is Rams 6.
No.
What is it?
Well, I'm saying if that's the spread, no, I'm not touching that.
It is 6.5. Rams are favored by 6.5.
Yeah, yikes.
I'm not comfortable there. I mean, I'll say this about the game tonight is the Rams, what they are actually doing well that I don't know if they're getting enough credit for is running the football. And everything they do is based off of that, where they hide certain receivers and leak them out. And just really good misdirection, really good onus on your eye discipline. Bears have a good run defense, and so that's going to give them a shot here. And I think they can force them to play differently than they want to, but I still think at the end of the day, I like the Rams at home with the better quarterback.
I want to give Nick's doggo a little love here.
Is this so? This is actual dog?
This is his legit dog. Yeah, he said I changed it to my actual dog.
He's a very handsome pup.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have that to begin with, Nick.
Yeah, that's a good
come on,
dog.
Man. So anyway, so Nick says the NFC East shouldn't get a playoff spot if the winner has less than 7 wins. Real quick, I did playoffpredictors.com today based on the current standings. Eagles 6-9-1, division winner. That's what I got. I gotta come up with like a little thing here. I got a cabinet. Hold on.
A prop? You need a prop?
Yeah.
I got my fidget spinner in one hand. You guys know I'm a little crazy. I got a fidget spinner going on one hand and a maraca in the other. So
shit. I don't have much. Keep going.
Okay, so
nobody loves me like my dog. There you go, Nick. That's just for you. That was just here in the little cabinet at my little bar down here that I'm recording at. Found it.
So listen.
Please continue.
I liken this to like fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball. We can sit here and debate what the right scoring is, what the right way to score the league is, but the right way is whatever it's established as. And the NFL has established this as you win your division, you host a playoff game. And so those are the parameters. And so, no, based on what everybody knew, all 32 teams knew that if you win your division, you host a playoff game, then credit whoever wins the NFC East for getting that done. It's going to be tough because what's that?
Who do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be the Eagles.
Best quarterback and best coach.
Right.
You lean into that all day long.
Right.
Cam's got a good one here. There will be less than 5 starting quarterback changes in the NFL from right now to week 1, 2021. You want to do this? We're in the maze together. How do we get the cheese? If you want to go team by team.
It's going to be a little bit time consuming.
Well, no, AFC East. Jets?
Yes.
Yeah, quarterback change. Okay. The North? No. AFC North? None.
Wait, you don't think the Patriots could have one?
They could. Want a half? You want to give them a half there?
Yeah.
1.5?
Yeah.
AFC North? None.
None, right.
AFC South is Jacksonville.
Yep,
so
Indy.
2.5, 3. You want to give them a half? 3?
Yes.
Indy is a half?
I would give them a full 1, but that's cool.
I mean, Phil's not dead.
Let's be less aggressive.
They're 4-2. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to.
The West?
Broncos.
Probably not.
Broncos.
Okay, we'll throw a half.
If they get a top 3 quarterback, they absolutely should.
Give them a half.
I can't do that one half. Can you do that half? Hold that one up half?
You do what you need to do. You're counting.
All right, I'm at 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Eagles.
Washington football team.
Yep.
That's a full 1.
Full 1.
What about Daniel Jones? If the Giants get a top 2 pick,
we'll get a half there as well.
So that's 5.
We still got 3 divisions left.
NFC North.
Maybe not. Oh, Bears. Yes.
That's a half with Nick, right?
Sure.
I think Nick's still under contract.
Give him a full half there.
AFC South. NFC South.
None.
NFC West.
Well, if Drew Brees retires.
Drew Brees. Yep. Done. We're over.
We're taking the over.
Hammer the over on this take.
All right.
Question from R. Fritz. Would you rather have Jordan Love and Terrace Marshall, the LSU wide receiver, in this year's draft, or Denzel Mims, wide receiver from Baylor who went to the Jets, and Zach Wilson?
I think that Terrace Marshall's a better receiver prospect than Mims, so let's start there.
Is Marshall the best overall prospect out of these 4 right now, based on what we know right now?
It's tough because I think Love's really talented.
Yeah,
based on what we know right now, sure. What do you think here? I don't know.
Give me Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love.
Yeah, so I think it's Love and Marshall. I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I would take.
Okay. Sick. Did you see any here that perked you up? Oh, how about this one from Liam? I made the mistake of asking you if you've been reading the comments, which I know is not true at all. J.J. Watt will be traded to the Packers for a day 2. But Romeo Crennel kind of teased this a little bit. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see what he said?
I thought he said he was trying to assure his players that no one was going to be traded.
Today, he said he's heard some things.
Oh, did he?
That there may be some players on the move, but nothing concrete yet.
It'd be a great move for the Packers.
1,000,000%. And then they can trade Montravius Adams to the Dolphins. That'd be great.
That's random as hell.
No, I mean, they lost Devon Godchow, and Raekwon Davis has a shoulder injury, so they need a guy can be a rotational guy.
Sign Marcel Darius.
No.
Just sitting out there.
Yeah,
perfectly good nose tackle, man.
Nothing gets my blood pumping like flushing money down the toilet. That's great.
You have to pay him much. Serviceable nose.
No. Rahul has a Colts question. He's a Colts guy, so I want to answer his question, especially because it's got his boy Jamie Newman in it. If the Colts, I think he's in the comments talking to somebody, but I'm still going to go with what he put here. If the Colts can get one of the top 3 QBs or Jamie Newman / have Eason start and ball out, that'd be great. So this isn't really.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No. What? Any of these 3 things?
Any of those things.
Jamie Newman.
I don't think he can. I don't know that he's like a top 3 quarterback. I wouldn't touch Newman. He doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah, how scary is it that Jamie Newman transferred to Georgia from Wake, which was a weird offense to begin with, and then he opts out and gets, presumably because he couldn't beat out the pre-serum version of Captain America, who Georgia's been rolling out at quarterback the last couple of weeks.
Stetson Bennett. It's concerning. Did you see Kyle's take in here about your $500 proposition in the weekend and plans? Kyle,
take spending $500, a Travis Wingfield Locked On Dolphins cameo, and Tua's first game is better than any alternative plans Kyle could have this weekend. Typically, I would agree here, but Joe, my wife is 8 months pregnant. She's given me her stamp of approval because she has a doctor's appointment on Thursday. She says, if I go and they measure everything they're supposed to measure and they're like, yeah, no, it's door shut. It's not going to happen this weekend. So what I was thinking was maybe I buy it with travel insurance because I've been very sensitive. I've told her like the past 3 days, I'm like, I'm not doing this unless you are 1,000,000% comfortable with me going. She goes, I want you to go, but really? I'm not responsible for when the baby gets here. That's the baby's job. And I can't control that.
You're pretty far off from your duty. You're still like 6 weeks away.
Yes. She's 34 weeks. That sounds like an endorsement from Joe Marino. That's all I heard. Take. Joe Marino should start buying Buffalo Bills apparel on eBay.
People are going to learn real quick here how cheap I am, aren't they?
This was an $8 sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Came in the mail today. I had to put it on because you know how I am.
You should do that shopping for me, and then I can just, if I like it or not, I'll buy it.
So send you the links?
Yeah, look at this one from the Sportsnet about Justin Jefferson will be the offensive rookie of the year.
Ooh.
I mean, Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow would have to like completely fall on their faces.
You know how many passing yards Justin Herbert is on pace to pass for in 15 games? He missed a game.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
It's 4,600 yards. And 36 touchdowns is what he's on pace for.
Let's look at what Justin Jefferson's on pace for, which is
he's a lot. It's a lot.
75 catches for 1,432 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Is what he's on pace for? 8 touchdowns is going to kill him. If Herbert goes out and passes for 4,500 yards and 36 touchdowns,
be unanimous.
And that's what's weird is Burrow's Burrow's been the unquestioned starter. He started an extra game than Herbert.
Yeah.
And I think he's on pace to throw for 4,500 yards, but he only has 9 touchdowns and 6 starts. 9 passing touchdowns and 6 starts. Herbert's on pace to throw for 36 and also rush for an additional 6.
Kyle, we're getting some discussion in the comments about our Halloween costumes, which will be debuted on this show Thursday, the live stream, 7:30.
Yeah, so come back, please.
So I'm interested. Do we have some guesses out there? Any guesses from the people?
Yeah, submit your guesses while we field this one from our dear friend Sue-Ann. At least 3 NFC West teams will make the playoffs this year.
So we always have to remember, so that means that no other team that doesn't win their division gets to the playoffs. So that's fine. NFC North, we can eliminate them. Or East, excuse me.
Ooh.
Gone.
NFC East, yes.
Yeah. So we're saying that Bears, Packers, one of those teams, Bears, Packers, Lions, one of those teams does not make it.
Don't even include Detroit in this conversation.
The 3-3, I'm giving them in the love. I want Lions fans to be friends of mine. So then you're saying the Saints don't get in. Saints or Bucks don't get in.
Saints. Bucks win in that division.
I think it's somewhat probable. I wouldn't predict it.
Well, and the advantage that they have is they're playing the AFC East. So everybody's going to get a win against the Jets. You've already gotten Seattle collecting wins against New England and Miami. Arizona, I don't think, has played any of them yet, except for the Jets, and they won that one. San Francisco has collected wins against the Jets and the Patriots already. Rams lost to Buffalo. Have they played anybody else in that division yet? I think that's it. So,
that's it, yeah.
Everybody's got 2 or 3 games left against the AFC East, too, which is not the best division in football, which we think the NFC West is.
See some of these guesses. We have Ace Ventura for Kyle. We got the Blues Brothers. We're gonna dress as each other.
Something on the wing.
Kyle will be his producer for Halloween. I love that one. Marv Levy.
That's, I think, the 3rd time we've seen Marv Levy's name on here.
My favorite Marv Levy quote is when he was yelling at the referees and he said, "You're a bunch of over-officious jerks." Where's your dog? She wants to shout at her dog. Where is it?
Oh, you know what? She probably changed her photo on YouTube.
Oh,
but it hasn't updated the avatar yet. So we come back on Thursday when we do the Halloween stream.
Yeah, we're here for all the dogs. So I have 3. Kyle has 1.
Is this Zach Taylor's record in 1 possession games? Is that what this is from Josh?
I would assume so.
Oh no. 1-12-1. Zach Taylor's career record as a head coach in 1 possession.
My biggest takeaway here is that he's had 14 one possession games and he's coached 22.
Yeah. That's impressive.
I didn't realize that.
So how many wins are we missing here? 2?
They won
2 last year.
And they have 1 this year.
They're 1 this year. So yeah.
George Kittle. What is dressing up like George Kittle?
Oh, with the beard and the ponytail and the tight end day t-shirt.
Okay. Jalen, what about this one from Brian? This was a good one. I want you to answer this. Jalen Phillips, the defensive end from Miami, UCLA transfer, is a top 50 pick.
Oh, I think he has the physical talent to be a top 50 pick. I don't know if he actually gets there or not. But he is very physically gifted, as you would guess from being, I think, one of the top 5 recruits of his recruiting class coming out of high school. When he first went to UCLA, he is, athletically speaking, a stud. I think he's got better physical tools than what Quincy Roche has. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he certainly does. I might rather have Phillips, to be honest with you. Nick is 100% lying about being a Lions fan. I don't think that's true. Calling you on that right now.
Detroit's a tough team to mock for too.
Impossible.
That's interesting. He says, "I love all your mock picks to Detroit."
Right. That's
nobody ever loves our mock picks for Detroit.
Right.
Because we give them like defensive lineman, linebacker. Like, we're tired of flushing those picks down the toilet, picking those players because we can't seem to pick them good. So we don't want to do it anymore.
If you mock them, this is a guarantee in life. Let me tell you guys something. If you give the Detroit Lions a Michigan player in your mock draft, 100% guarantee. No, they're going to say lazy pick.
Lazy pick.
Lazy pick. Lazy pick.
I don't know. There's a lot of good fits for them
that was
from
the thing.
Michigan this year.
That was the thing. Well, I've mocked them Rayshon Gary once. I mocked them Devin Bush with lazy picks, man.
Oh, Von Tell sneaking one in at the buzzer since we're getting ready to close. Would Cliff Kingsbury winning a Super Bowl be one of the shocking moments in NFL history?
Yes. Yes, it would be.
When you consider what his resume was.
Yeah, you couldn't win in college at your alma mater in the Big 12.
With an offense that just like scored buka points, right? Like
with Mahomes and Baker.
Yeah.
And you go to the league and you win a Super Bowl. Yes, that would be unbelievably shocking. Yes.
Yes, I'd agree. Last one of the day. You know what? Halil's Real Football. I've seen him try to get this one in a couple times, so we're going to do this one.
Matt Stafford is an all-time great clutch quarterback with the ball in his hands late. You have thoughts on that?
Can your producer pull up how many fourth quarter comebacks or game-winning drives Matt Stafford has produced in his career?
Yeah,
oh, terrific. Terrific.
Matthew Stafford, number 1 overall pick from Georgia, has 36 game-winning drives. Oh, he had 8 in a season. He had 5 in a season. He's 3 times in his career he's led the league in fourth quarter in game-winning drives. Four times.
Say this to me again. How many?
He has 36.
36?
Yeah. Game-winning drives. 30 fourth quarter comebacks. 30. That's so he had 3 different seasons, 2014, 2016, and 2017, where he led the league in game-winning drives.
Do we know where that ranks all time?
No idea.
The producer is on the case.
Gotta get to the bottom of this, huh?
NFL game-winning drives for their career since 1960. Okay. Matthew Stafford is 11th on the list.
This is not. This is a guy who's got a losing record as a quarterback in the NFL. He's not had a great team around him.
Correct. So,
can you give us the first 10? Give us the first 10.
Why don't you give me a couple guesses?
Tom Brady.
4th with
Peyton
46.
Manning.
Peyton Manning is 1st with 54.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is 5th with 43.
I was going to say Troy Aikman, but I pulled that right off the table.
Yeah,
John Elway.
John Elway, 7th with 40.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Oh, he's not in the top 10, huh?
No, he's not.
Ooh, I bet you Lions fans would love that nugget. That
Rodgers is tied for 29th with 20.
That was like an actually bad guess that I just had.
Yeah, it was not great. What else you got? Come on, there's a couple active guys still you don't have.
Really? Active? Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is 2nd with 52.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is not in the top 10. Russell Wilson only has 30.
Damn.
But he's only been playing since 2012. Like,
how many have I missed?
You got Manning, Brees, Brady, Favre, Elway, and Stafford at 11. So you're missing 5 still. Come on. All-time great quarterbacks. Let's go.
They're like old-timer ones, man.
Okay, yeah.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino's 3rd with 47.
Jim Kelly.
No. Jim's tied for 22nd with Jay Cutler. And Joe Montana, though. So Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, good one.
43.
Okay.
We have Matt Ryan, 38.
Wow. Okay.
Johnny Unitas with 38. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Eli Manning. 10th all-time fourth quarter comebacks, 37, one ahead of Matt Stafford.
Fourth quarter comebacks. Wow. Okay. So just
if you don't know, now you know.
Little nugget, Josh Allen has 10 and 34 starts.
Oh, Christ. We're done here. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino. Thursday, Would You Rather, Halloween edition. Costumes and everything. Playing accordingly.
Where was Troy Aikman on that list?
Oh,
We got to know because I thought about him and I was like, no, he's
55th all time.
Yeah. With how many?
20.
Yeah. Josh Allen's halfway there. 34 starts.
Here's some of the names that have more than Troy Aikman as we sign off. Steve McNair, Derek Carr, Steve Barkowski has more.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Theismann, John Kitna, Mark Brunell, Y.A. Tittle, Ron Jaworski, Terry Bradshaw, Matt Hasselbeck, Joe Flacco, Joe Ferguson, whoever that is.
Buffalo Bills great.
Is he really?
Yeah, Joe Ferguson.
Jake Telhami, Jake Delhomme, Steve DeBerg, Dave Craig, Randall Cunningham, Andy Dalton, Boomer Esiason.
All more than Troy Aikman?
Jake Plummer with 30.
Love it.
Now you know. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, thanks as always for tuning in. Hope to see you guys on Thursday.